What's good? What's good? It's your boy Drake King live in the building. I got my man Lay Like the Chips in the building.
Yes, sir.
Got my man Brock in the building.
All day.
We got a special guest in the building. You know, work with Fed the God. Done did a lot of marketing. He done turned up in the city. So, man, introduce yourself, big dog.
Mike Carroll, founder of Charlotte's Wave. Appreciate you guys having me here.
Appreciate it. So let's go, man. Go subscribe to Vibeship TV before you tune in, man. We got an upcoming artist right now. We about to play him on the podcast, man. Shout him out real quick, Lay.
My boy AC. Ace the King. I see you, bro. We about to turn it up.
Sure. Let's go.
You broke ass little dick ass niggas. Y'all done fucked up. It's God body baby.
God body baby. Don't hate the swag, I do whatever the fuck I wanna do. Crazy like a blunt of deuce. Big vamp, bitch, I couldn't sleep if I wanted to. Chin on niggas number 2. Hit the head, I bring that crack out just like a plumber. I saw my morals for 30 room, bust shots in the head. Them niggas couldn't use they brain and caught a buckshot to the head. My ex still trying to give me pussy and it's fucked up cause she scared the last time I was on the P. I RIP, she couldn't walk or speak. Friends and family, pussy nigga, watch how you talk to me. Cause I ain't putting no work in and damn sure ain't get no guap with me. I can't let a nigga block my shine, I got a lot to see. And they ain't got a pot to pee or window to throw it out of G. Stay the fuck off my IG. What the hell you tryna see? Who I'm fucking with, it ain't no secret, you don't need to see it. Nigga knows his hoes and these hoes won't act like they demons. Beat a bitch down like Felicia, beat her back in like some speakers. I hate all you fucking niggas, I don't wanna do no features. God body baby, when I say it, bitch I really mean it. Red Dawn, father of the game, bitch I really mean it. Red Dawn, if you didn't know, let me tell you what's it. Little did you know, I keep the pole everywhere I go. Little did you know, can't fuck these bitches, they probably get me exposed. Little did you know, I don't got no friends, all them niggas hoes. Little did you know, little did you know, little did you know, little did you know, I couldn't pack, I probably sold you sold. Little did you know, I lost my heart, right there on souls. Little did you know, I keep it low, you never know. Little did you know, little did you know, little did you know, cocaine music, perks we abuse it. Baby I'm a trap star, mama say a nuisance. God body baby, everything was wavy. Flow be amazing, the flow straight crazy. Drop in the rig shit, you don't know we hit shit. Man with a Glocky, but they can never stop me. Flow be amazing, the flow straight crazy. Drop in the rig shit, you don't know we hit shit. Yeah, little did you know.
Yes, sir. Little did you know that this shit is about to crack. So y'all niggas need to listen right now. Let's turn it that bitch up. Yes, sir. We back in the building. So you already know what it is. We about to get into a dope conversation about marketing, about business, you know, just the industry itself, and talking about the industry and how it works. Because my man right here, Mike, he in it. He moving around. He traveling the world. He's seeing different things. He working with great artists and great people. So, like, tap in. Let's get into the conversation. So, like, where you come from, let's get it to that part.
I'm originally from Penn Hills, Pennsylvania, Penn Hills, Pittsburgh.
Shout out to Penn Hills.
Yeah, real thoroughbred Penn Hills guy. I was never the guy that claimed I was from someone else and lived in Penn Hills. You know them guys. I'm from Homewood, but you lived in Penn Hills your whole life.
I lived on the borderline. I lived on the borderline.
Everybody in the clique would say they was from other places. I was the only one that said I was from Penn Hills.
Keep it authentic.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it served me later in life. So from Penn Hills, went to school out Cheney University, first historically black college out Philadelphia. Spent a lot of time out there, and that kind of like exposed me to a lot of different things that I still do to this day.
How was that experience? I got to go out there for a college tour. So I went from we started in Atlanta and just worked our way all the way up.
Yeah, what college tour? What year you graduated?
I graduated 07.
07?
Yeah.
I went to a college tour. You went to Omega Phi Psi?
I didn't go there, but that's where I went. It was right on Lorimer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you went to the same college tour?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to that college tour. That was an incredible time,
bro. It was crazy.
And I want my daughter's going to Paris in April, and I also want her to go to the college tour too. I was trying to get her to go this year. She's not old enough, but to me, that first opened my eyes to like what a black college experience was, and I'm like, oh, this is incredible.
Facts.
And I remember one of the schools. Yeah, it's dope. And I remember one of the schools I visited was Cheney, and I was just like, this is the worst school out of everything we've seen. I I remember me and my guy. Shout out Barry Church. I remember me and my guy Barry Church. We was bunking together, like we was homies, and I remember we was tagging all the shorties on the trip. Like I remember the one time we was late. The bus pulled up to the hotel. One time we was late. I mean, and the whole bus seen like the two shorties run out the room, and then we came out just looking up at the bus. They started clapping for us.
That's how I be like, yeah, y'all getting it popping.
But yeah, I mean, I know we're not here to talk about that, but
I know.
No, you good.
No, but we, you know what I mean? It's a vibe, bro.
Yeah,
so we taking
good
it there.
memories.
Nah, it was a good time, man.
Yeah, incredible times, and I think if you have kids or like you're planning to have kids, I think it's important for them to experience things like the Black College Tour or worldly things outside of Pittsburgh or inside of Pittsburgh, just things that are different to open their mind. And that was my first experience to like college.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was super dope. And I don't think college is for everyone, especially in the modern day and age. But I think at least you need to experience it and make that decision for yourself and weigh the pros and cons.
That's what's up, bro.
that's
what's
I, you know what? I'm from the hills too, bro, and like I don't. They probably said something about the Black College Tour, and that shit just it's a blur now. But like now that I'm older, I see what like a lot of HBCUs, the impact it has on our culture, bro. And, like I didn't know that back before.
Listen,
I'm being real. I never,
But,
y'all
like,
talking
it's got
about
a real
it. I
impact
never had that experience.
on our culture, bro.
Well, I'll tell you how this. This
I
how it
never had that
happened.
experience.
It literally happened randomly for me. I went to a charter school. It's called Career Connections. They shut it down. It's apartments now in Lawrenceville.
Oh, they shut that down.
Yeah, it's
See, I went to Capitol.
I remember career.
Point Park bought
Connections,
that
man.
building.
It's
that's
a wrap.
dope. Capitol's a good school.
So after that, I had a counselor named Mr. Ferguson, and he came up on me. He's like, "How you feel about going on a tour?" And I was like, "A tour?" I'm like, "For what?" He was like, "Black colleges." He was like, "You'll start in Atlanta, you'll work your way up." I was like, "All right, that's cool." I think we went down on Martin Luther King's holiday, I believe, or like a little bit after, because we went around Easter time, and yeah, we went around Easter time because we ended up going to his church. And that was just like crazy down there. I was like, this is insane. We was in there for like 6 hours. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to get up out of was sleep, bro. Everybody was sleep, bro.
I'm trying to go.
Like, not even being funny, bro. Everybody was sleep. But then they fed us good after that. Then we went to go see, I think
Morehouse.
We went to go see Morehouse. They seen Spellman. And then we all went to go see Clark Atlanta all together.
We was on the same exact tour.
No, we was, bro. It was like, it was my 11th grade year.
I just did it probably like a year before you.
Okay, yeah. It was I think it was 06 for me, I think, because I graduated 07. So from there, we went up. But the one that I remember the most was when we went, it was 420. Could not find no bud, which is crazy. Bro, ended up going on campus, but we is at Hampton. Bro, dude came out of class stepping. Like, he had all his homies, all his brothers was stepping. He seen that they were stepping. He ran over, started stepping too. I said, oh, yeah, this is insane, man.
That is dope.
Bro, eye-opener for sure.
And you went to college?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, just reliving the experience through you, and we went to the same tour, like our rest in peace, Sylvester Pace. Sylvester Pace ran that program.
Oh, he passed away?
Yeah, he passed away, I want to say, 5 years ago.
Did he wear glasses, bro?
Yeah, he wore glasses, older
facts.
man.
Yeah, facts.
So Mr. Pace, I had the same story. My guidance counselor pulled me in. Her name was Gwen, African woman, and she introduced me to Sylvester Pace, and Sylvester Pace pulled me in, and that was my first mentor from like 10th grade all the way up through Cheney, and he led me to my mentors at Cheney. He's helped so many like young people in the world, and like he also like gave me a lot of money to go to school, like, and I remember him passing. And I remember, like, damn, like, the world lost someone special.
You know what's so crazy about you saying that? Because I had a teacher that his name was Mr. Diorio.
Yeah.
I remember we never get along in the beginning, but that man worked for GE, Google, big companies, and he used to be teaching me stuff that they don't teach African Americans. He used to tell us that, like, I'm teaching you stuff that they wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
That they won't tell you.
Yeah.
So, like, you saying, like, and somebody said this, they said it's the small people that you don't see. Yeah, on the last interview, your boy Marcel said, he said, my granddad was one of them people that you would never see on the camera, but he actually helped a lot of people. I said, it'd be those people that you don't see behind the scenes that actually do a lot of work for people that you never see on camera. It's like the guy that's behind the camera in Martin Luther King days. Like, there might have been somebody behind the scenes that we never knew, like, this is the guy that made all the all the photos. Speaking of that,
got all the recordings.
I don't want to say that, but the guy that was shooting all the pictures worked for the FBI for 13 years.
What? How do we get here?
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, it was just crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Just that. But it's like, yo, that was just some wild shit. Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, a man for being near that long, it's just like, damn.
Nah, I got you. That's
Yo,
I'm a
years.
conspiracy theorist too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because we in the Black History Month. I just wanted to mention that out there. I was watching Martin Luther King, but it was just like, yo, for years, it was other cameramen that was behind the scenes that was taking the most dopest shots of him. And they was naming multiple of them. That was just one of them. But there was other ones. But I was like, damn, you would have never known these guys was taking these dope pictures. The ones that we looking in the photo book, we watching and all that. You be like, dang, they really did all these photos? And you'll never know their names. They did great things behind the scenes.
I think that's an issue, which is one of the reasons, my core beliefs of my marketing company, Charlotte's Web, is like too many people are working behind the scenes, and I think that is hurting our culture and destroying our community. And I understand why African Americans want to work behind the scenes and help as many people as they can while remaining low. But my argument is that on public platforms, in the public, there's typically the majority of only one perspective, which is flashy, loud, NBA or rapper success. And we're not seeing the people that are actually impacting people in the communities at scale on digital platforms. So I think it's extremely important that the everyday people, the middle management people, and the people who are also helping people at scale showcase and tell their stories, because if not, their stories get lost to history and you're not able to impact your community, which is one of the things that I preach to like friends, family, and clients. Like, tell your story, not just because it can help your brand, but also because we're trying to change culture.
It needs to be heard.
So like the only thing that we can't just hold up basketball players and rappers and et cetera, like the kids need other inspiration too. Like this is what, like we need different views of what success looks like so that a kid actually has a chance to pick what type of success he wants.
Because it's only one dimensional.
Because it's only one. And you know, as African Americans, we'd be like, nah, I want to be low because whatever, like we selling crack or something. No, you run a nonprofit, or like you run a car wash. Like you're cool,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
It's more than just a red and a blue pill. It's more than just a red and a blue pill.
Yeah, it's definitely more than just the red or the blue pill, and it's definitely about you don't want the attention, but like selfishly, if you want to build a brand, you got to build a marketing plan and your own marketing department, right? So. You have to broadcast that on digital platforms. That's the best and cheapest way to develop your marketing plan. So selfishly, it's going to build your business. Second, we got to provide like what success looks like, you know what I'm saying, at scale for different people. You know what I'm saying? So you're fucking yourself in different ways and your community, and nothing's going to change.
That's dope, bro. I fuck with that. Like you're so right. Because I honestly, I said it because I don't know, bro. We went to Penn Hill. My guy in his couch ain't say shit to me about no college. I'm sure
I think it was Miss Bettis.
Like,
was it Miss Bettis or something?
I don't even read.
I was in there all the time. I was always in trouble. So I was always there like, yo, go to Miss Bettis. You only listen to her. I just go there. And one day she was like, you want to go to the college store? I was like, I guess. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, that wasn't even presented to me. The college, it wasn't. I heard about it, but like, it wasn't. It was never presented to me. Because I damn sure would have went. I would have forged my mom's signature.
See,
seriously.
I don't know. Like, as of what he was saying,
we had to raise some money
as
too.
of what he was saying, bro, I feel like it might have been a relationship thing.
Yeah.
Because like even with me and Mr. Ferguson, like we had a decent relationship. Like every time we passed in the halls, we would talk for a nice little bit of time, and then it turned into like we was in the middle of conversating. Then he came up and brought that to my attention. Bro, I was the only person from my school that went.
Yeah, see,
nobody else went, bro.
I can't recall, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I remember we went to I can't remember what it was called, Salem something, but they was saying, you heard anybody from Peabody? They said, no, they was too broke. I said, oh.
Yeah, we sold Huggies or something. They had to do a whole bunch of fundraising.
Fast, because it wasn't cheap, bro.
Actually, you know what's so crazy? I remember I got locked up in Schumann the weekend before we left, and I got beat up by a police officer down the club, strip district. And I remember telling him, I think it was Club Zoo. I still dress how I dressed back then.
Right.
And they wanted you to wear like that night. It was like formal
collar shirts.
Yeah. I was like, man, what am I supposed to dress like I'm from church or something? And they was like, what you say to me, boss? You heard what I said? You start whooping my ass.
This episode is sponsored by Eon Bar and Grill.
Down down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. I like my top lit back.
I got you, nigga. I'm show these nigga what to do with one of your beats, man. Hey, I'm shutting the whole block down. Hey, here comes the trouble, homie. I'ma tell you how the king like to ride, homeboy.
I like my beat down low and my top lit. You see me ride 24. Wood shop and holler at you like you're getting wood high. And your top lit back. If you're real sit high. And your window bitch black. I like my beat down low and my top lit back. You see me ride 24. Wood shop and holler at you like you're getting wood high. And your top lit back. If you're real sit high. And your windows bitch black.
I remember they locked me up in Schumann, and I remember going to court on Monday saying like, yo, I can't miss this college tour. Like, I got the opportunity of a lifetime, like X, Y, and Z. I remember the judge letting me go and shit. And then the next week I went to college tour and we fucked all them bitches. It's like, nah, but it was, shout out to my boy Barry Church, man. But like, it was the experience of a lifetime, and it so happened I ended up going to Cheney, which was so ironic. Like, I ended up there at that trash school. In my head, it was so trash.
Okay, so but all right, let's get into like how did you get into like the marketing world? You know, as far as like, because you do a lot as far as like content creation, but you do a lot with the marketing. And just before the Fed to God and all that, like, what got you into that world of marketing and going into that?
Bro, I've been doing it. I've been doing this since I was 18, so I'm 35. That's 17 years. So I went to Cheney, and you know, I had a little bit of paper when I went up there. Intrepid, 22s, TV screen, like I was cool.
Intrepid.
Yeah, you know.
Back in the day, we was like, oh, bro got the. Everybody wanted an Intrepid back in the day.
Yeah, because of belly. Yeah, and then my man bought a gold one. So and he went to Penn Hills. JJ Davis, rest in peace.
Y'all Penn Hill niggas always had some money. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Had some money.
you know what I'm saying? So we was up there back to back in Trepids. But like sooner or later, we was like, yo, we gotta figure out a way to bring in income that's legal. And we just started throwing parties, and I just really just started to enjoy it. And we was making good money, and then parties turned into like homecomings and like events and like stuff like that, fashion shows. And I realized like it wasn't the event that I enjoyed or the attention; it was like the actual marketing of it. Then like you know, my homie, my boy Johnny Montina, partner to this day, he went to internship at Jive Records and came back and just started telling us all these stories about like how Chris Brown was like, that's when Chris Brown was in the middle of that Rihanna fight, that Rihanna situation, and the label wouldn't support him. So he was like, well, you know, Chris Brown, you know what Chris Brown did was he just paid for all his own videos and funded his own project. And the moment it started going, the label got behind him. And then he had us start passing out Miguel CDs. This is when Miguel first came out. And it just kind of like fickled and trickled down into like us just slowly but surely getting into music, and we're still doing marketing and like homecomings, et cetera, et cetera. And my boy Johnny, he managed like, I want to say like all the hottest artists in Philadelphia besides like Meek Mill, like A.R. Lee Mason, Joey Jihad, Quilly Mills. I don't know if you guys ever heard of these guys.
No, I heard of them. Facts. Hell yeah.
And I was like kind of like right there with him, like just helping him as much as I could and just like learning and soaking up as much as I could.
Experience.
And I graduated Cheney and then went and got my master's at Westchester University outside of Philly. He had stopped doing music. At that time, A.R. was about to get a deal with Drake. There was rumors. The rumors were actually true, like there were conversations going on, and then A.R. got locked up, and it kind of like
Free A.R.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time A.R. got locked up.
Oh, that's the first time.
Yeah.
He's still hard though.
Yeah.
But he's pure street though. That's what it is.
Yeah, A.R.'s a good dude. Super good. Looked out for me a couple of times, but you know, it kind of like made my boy feel some type of way about music. He's Haitian too and Catholic, so he like, yo, like, why am I dedicating my life to this? And like, my artist got locked up, and like, I got to start from ground zero. And I was just like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna get into the music, and if I need help, I'm gonna call on you because you got so much experience. And I met this artist. I discovered this artist named Latia from Pittsburgh. I don't know if you guys ever heard Latia Lee, but I believed in her and just started investing in like marketing and like managing her. And it just trickled, bro. Like it trickled down into like Tierra Whack. Like we started working with Tierra Whack out of Philadelphia. got our first record deal with Interscope Records, and at that point, like we just started learning like so much, like how to market an artist, how to roll an artist out, like the do's and don'ts, like how to do budgets, how to do real videos, what are treatments, and I just like a lot of my friends just needed help.
So it's like a mentorship. That sounds like somewhat like what Quality Control was on, bro. How they work with their artists and how they develop their artists and shit like that. It what you're explaining sounds like their process, or sort of, kind of their process. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but
When you say their process,
like I mean,
Like that's the normal process for like how you, because they're independent like a label, so they just now sound a big deal. But
Quality Control.
yeah, but like them working on their artists
Quality
like
Control,
personally,
not indie, but
personally.
yeah.
We saying like your process when you work with an
an
artist.
Yeah, that's
Oh, the
what I'm saying.
process.
The process of working with the artist. Yeah.
I'm
And believing in the artist.
You're hands on though.
yeah, super hands on.
Okay, that's what he's like basically trying to explain. Like because they're hands on with Quality Control. Let's see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm super hands on. Yeah, managing an artist is a science.
Okay.
Working with artists, working with creators is a science because you could be hands on, but you can't be too hands on.
Right.
All right, they're adults. Right, you can guide them, but you can't force them. You got to guide an artist from like behind.
Yeah.
And let them lead.
Okay.
And to learn that process takes like a tremendous amount of wisdom and failure. Right? Yeah, so
What question? Hold up.
Quality, real quick. That's why I say quality control. And I think when you say that, what I know about what quality control did with, I'm sure you little baby,
yeah.
that was the process. That was the process. That's why I say what you just explained is kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's from what I know, what they did with Lil Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a dope process. I like.
What's your biggest like failure that gave you the most success? That like gave you the straight like warning of a learning that was like, okay, I know never to do this again, but this gave me a gem.
My biggest failure.
Like really lifted you up to the next level.
Like a quiz you failed, but a test you definitely passed.
It's a couple. I've done a lot, bro. Like,
What's the biggest one though? Let's just say 3 then.
I did an event over there at Stage AE
Okay.
2015, 2016. 50 people showed up. I paid 10 grand.
Ooh.
That was a huge lesson. That led to me like learning a lot. And then I did Summer Jam, and I did Gucci Man at the Convention Center. And
With the twins?
Yeah.
I mean, I was there.
Yeah.
I was up front close
For
too.
the record, that was my event. It wasn't the Twins event. I hired them.
Oh.
They ran around like, and I fuck with the Twins, but they ran around like they was their event. They didn't put up $1. I paid the $100,000 to Gucci in the briefcase. Take the money. But, yeah, it just led to like the Gucci Man event or the Summer Jam event. I think my biggest failure, but also my biggest success was Latia Lee. Because Latia was an incredible singer. Latia Lee was Summer Walker before Summer Walker was who she was.
I got hit the
No, truthfully, if you guys know of her, if you want to go back and listen to the music, you know, she was doing that sound 2016, 2017. And I just learned so much managing her, investing in her, understanding artists, understanding personality. And it led me to working with Tierra Whack, which was like one of my biggest successes. In the first video we did with Tierra, got nominated for a Grammy. So like, I think
hard out this motherfucker. Yeah, man. No, real shit, because I like the way you moving out here, because like, I watch you from social media just learning about you, bro. And you know, I'm a marketing person with the paid advertisement part.
okay,
So I like to run the ads.
and that's a great part.
That's what it's exciting to me.
Yeah.
When I do it, I pay attention to Billie Jean. You know who that is?
Is he the black ball guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like a big marketer. He's
Yeah.
he's been
And he be
big.
doing like mad like different skits and shit.
And
Yeah,
But
I've been
now
seeing
he's
him.
like telling you about different companies and
Yep.
stuff in the AI. So yeah.
Yeah.
But just
he
watch.
just had the content about AI. Is
Yep.
AI gonna kill marketers' jobs? This is why it's not. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So he goes hard. So it's
Yeah.
like, but you remind me of that style of marketing.
Yeah.
But he's on the, on the paid advertisement, and, for different companies and business. But you're like, you remind me of him, and if he was in the artist side.
Yeah.
If he was in the artist side, he would know how to actually grow. Because basically, what he explains is that basically, if somebody's running ads, an artist, right, they're getting streams, right? They already got a fan base. They can be collecting all those emails and those phone numbers and create their database on their own, where they don't need nobody. They don't need no label. It's like I got all the emails and the phone numbers, and there's a few artists in the industry that I know, only very few that have done that. And made their own fan base. I don't even know like a singer that done it. He was on $1 million worth of game, and he did that. He's like, I know my fan base. I know it to the core. And I was like, he really knows marketing because he understood that I don't need the label. I could just, you know what I mean? I can control all that. But you just remind me of that, and that's super dope that you're really like learning it, going through the emotion, and then perfecting it as you're going.
Yeah, man. A lot of experience. I've been super blessed to like I said, fail 90% of the time, and then every time I won it was like really big. You know what I'm saying?
That says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. That means that because a lot of people are afraid to fail.
Yeah, and I try and fail publicly. Like even if I'm having a bad day, I'll say like, man, I'm having a tough day. Like I'll say it online. Like, man, today wasn't like the best day.
That's rare too.
You know what I'm saying?
Authentic.
Real rare, hell yeah.
Because I think we only show the highs, especially our community. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was basically my story. Like over the last I want to say up till I was like 30, 31, and with Fed, I worked with Deej too. Deej was signed by Rich the Kid.
She's a nice artist.
Yeah, we was able to facilitate a deal with Rich the Kid. I brought Rich the Kid here to Pittsburgh. He fucking hated it.
I know. What the fuck is this?
He was like, Mike, why you got me out here in Pittsburgh, man? Like, this hotel is trash. Put me in a. I remember he cussed me. He said, Mike, what's he got me in the hotel? Put me. I remember my man Malcolm. Shout out to Uptown. I said, Malcolm, man, I'm busy right now. Can you move Rich from this hotel to this? He's like, all right, got you. Was able to do an event at Savoy, and it was great. I ain't gonna lie, Rich, I fuck with him because he called me every day for 6 months trying to sign Deej. And I remember at that same time we also had a deal on the table with someone else, and like I fucked with them too. But like Rich would call me nonstop. I remember first seeing his name pop up on my screen. I thought it was like crazy, like oh shit, Rich calling me. But like after a while, it's like, this nigga really called me every day and he just talked to me.
Serious.
And at the end of the conversation, he's like, you know I fuck with Deej, right? She's like, all right, Rich, I got you, Rich. I got you. I'm going to figure it out.
That's a bankroll for me. I need that.
He said, I need that.
That's dope, though.
I worked with Deej, and, during my time, I like working with Tierra and Tia, and then over time, Deej, there's this guy, I just heard the song called Bobby Boucher. And I found it online, and I just listened to it like 10 times. I was on my way from Penn Hills to New Kingston. I listened to it like 10, 20 times. That's like a 30-minute trip. And I called the producer because I was close with Stevie B. And I said, Stevie, who is this kid? He's like, his name's Fred the God. I'm like, yo, I need to meet him. Like, I need to meet him immediately. So I met Fed at this little bar, and I remember Fed walked in, and he had like 4 women with him. And as he walked in, the women lined up behind him. You know what I'm saying? And then he sat down. They sat at the others. He sat down at the table with me, and they sat at another table and got quiet.
He said, hold on.
And I just looked at this boy like,
oh, yeah, you got movement.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
I used to get him like that.
To line his bitches up like this.
What the fuck is you doing?
And I just started talking to him and realized like he's super charismatic and like great energy and like just a cool person. So I was just like, yo, like whatever I could do to help. I would love to help. And he did Bobby Boucher, and after Bobby Boucher, he just like took off. Then the next year, Taylor gave him offer him a deal, and that's been like my brother, like my great friend, like ever since. And I'm just the older version of like. And I know this sounds crazy, but like he's like the young me, bro. Like,
no. I was about to say that when you see him line up, he's like, he remind me of me. He got them bitches lined up.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
He look like he remind me of me.
And he a better version of me too. Like probably better looking, taller, like the whole nine. But like,
and he can rap.
Yeah, and he can rap. I was like that without rapping, and I'm able to vicariously live through him, and I believe in him, and I love him to death, and I think like this year, bro, like I think something is gonna be crazy for him.
That's super fucking dope. And I was wondering, like, who was the machine behind it?
I can't take no credit for that. I manage him.
I'm saying, no, you're one of the parts, though, but I was
Yeah.
just like, I kept seeing you. I'm like, oh, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like, I keep seeing his face. I'm like, this is his brother? Like, did they grow up in school? Like, I didn't know what was going on, but as I started paying attention more, I was like, oh, he's the businessman doing some things. Like, he's making some things happen. But
I mean, he got a full label, and I'm partnered with Will. Shout out to Will, my boy. I'm partnered with Will, and you know, Fred is just an incredible talent, and he knows what he wants.
all right, you got some eyes on some next artists?
He's real consistent.
Yeah.
Like he's real in discipline. Like I'll say that for sure. Like you said with Bobby Boucher and what was another one that came out around that time? I think it was Stevie and Iceman on the beat though.
He got a bunch of joints.
Let It Breathe.
Yep, Let It Breathe.
Just Let It Breathe.
He just dropped some like East Coast, like he just dropped a couple joints on his page. And SoundCloud, they're like, damn, he could rap, like super rappy rap songs. They thought he just a party nigga. Nope. He rapped his ass off. People calling me from Philly like, I didn't know your folk could rap like that. I'm like, yeah. He's different. So I think this year gonna be incredible. Yeah.
All right, quick question. Do you see, because there's an artist that I really do like in the Berg. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like he would need to be cultivated or whatever, you know what I'm saying, groomed the right way. I do like Kush Wilkes a lot.
Oh?
Kush Wilkes.
Who's Chris Wilkes?
Ooh, so he don't know.
Is he a singer?
He a rapper.
Chris
From
Wilkes.
Homewood, so I'll let you know. I'll let you hear something. But who you got your eyes on?
But let's talk about Chris Wilkes. How many times he posts on Instagram a day?
Ooh, I don't even know, bro.
Then I don't give a fuck about Chris Wilkes.
Ooh, he said.
I'm just keeping it.
Oh, you keeping it 100?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it. He might have the most talent in the entire world. He might be Elvis Presley. He might be Michael Jackson. If you are not attacking social media platforms, then it doesn't matter.
Ooh, you hit it right on the nose, bro.
That's why I asked you a question.
I ain't mad
And
at
it's
you.
a real question. Like,
I ain't mad at
that's
you.
your folk.
No, that ain't my folk. I just like the
Is
music. I just
anybody
listen to the
his
music. No, I just listen to the music.
Do you know how many times he posts on Instagram a week?
I don't know, bro.
Does he have a TikTok?
I don't know if he do. I followed him on Facebook. And we interviewed him. How many times did Fev post before you got into a hold of him?
2017?
How many times he was posting today?
I don't think he posted at all. I don't think he posted at all.
You just like the music.
No. Oh, you talking about Fed?
Yeah, Fev.
Yeah, I just like the music, but bro, listen, bro, we have conversations about posting every fucking.
Ooh, okay.
Listen, bro, we be on the phone with. Listen, bro,
Like,
we
you
be
gotta
on.
post more.
Listen, bro, TikTok. We be on the phone with TikTok.
your ass
They be
on
like,
there.
they be like, listen, Fed. TikTok telling you, like the people that work there, like, listen, Fed, if you do this, it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like digital, bro.
It's everything.
It's
everything now.
It's almost more. It is more important than music now. It's more important than the music now.
Yeah.
Music only matters when it matters,
Right, got you.
which is typically at the end.
The 10%.
Like your image, like the way you look and how you distribute that and communicate that to your fan base is the most important thing. And then you have to have good music.
Ooh, like it. You giving out that motherfucking game right now. Like, nah, for real. Cause
$1 million
like,
worth of game right there.
you talking straight business. It's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, you keeping it 100. And I like that authentic.
Here's the reason. You're coming from a person that's invested over $600,000, $700,000 in an artist, right? So when you're talking about marketing, if your artist doesn't post, then what's the marketing plan? Okay, I'm going to buy billboards in Atlanta, Los Angeles, New York, Houston, Miami. How much does that cost? $50,000. Cool. After you're done with that, what else is the marketing plan? I'm going to run ads. To run ads properly, like $20,000 to $50,000.
Facts.
Okay, after I'm going to do that, how else are you going to market? I'm going to do blogs. How much to pay for a blog? On the good blogs, it's $500 to $750 per post for a 25-hour post. For a lifetime post, it's 1,000 posts. So now you're in $100,000 range. And I'm not even talking about Spotify playlists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If I wasn't so drunk, I can name you 10 other things that's going to bring it to a $250,000 mark on your marketing. But here's the thing. Guess how you can blow up? Post. For free.
No, bro. He's not lying. Everything he said is so true because that's what my marketer Billy J be said. It's like, it's facts. Because even when you use other social media people, you got to pay them. So it's like, even listen to Hardo's situation when we had him here, him spending 90 grand on one song was like, I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, yo, you got to spend to really win.
Or you could just connect to your audience in an authentic way and post consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it gets enough gas, figure it out.
Ooh, you just gave a gem.
Right?
Just gave a gem.
Sure.
No, that's the smartest way.
It is. It's the smartest way. And I think you got to understand the artist or yourself if you are the artist. You just got to find a way to work through those barriers. You know, marketing is a mental thing more than it's a physical thing. Mm-hmm. So just like understanding yourself and being secure with yourself and like finding creative ways to like get your stuff out there. You have like a tool in front of you that you could talk to millions of people. Why not use it? And we've seen multiple people use it over and over and over again and change their entire lives.
You're seeing old people use it too.
Yeah,
and get millions.
Bro, people are cleaning horses' hooves.
Getting millions.
People are showing you how to change the piping in a house or are making millions of dollars. Yes. Like, it's not just about kids dancing or like music. Like, people are showing you how to flip a bottle cap or like make like this table or like do anything in the world you could think of. You could type it in the search menu on TikTok and it'll show you, and then you'll find the top 50 influencers, and they're making millions of dollars just doing content, right? Content is king, and I know it's like, oh, I'm from the streets. I'm like, I don't want to be on the internet, and like, cool. I mean, cool.
Most of these dudes is already on the internet.
Yeah, it's
tell them on themselves already.
Yeah, they're already on the internet, and I'm not gonna get into that.
I just know that's what's going on.
It's just a lot of weird shit going on.
He said a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on in the internet and then the street shit, especially in what's going on in the public right now. But like,
yeah, especially now.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, I love this interview right now. Yeah, I'm saying because you're giving out some real game because you're really like navigating the industry and you're in there. So like, what's your next biggest thing that you would like to accomplish?
I don't even know, bro. Like, my life has been so crazy. My day-to-days has been it just changes, bro. Like, I think because I started this production company, it's opened up like a whole nother avenue for me. I think I'm gonna shoot a short film, and like I started shifting from like in the last 2 years, I started shifting from just artists to like corporations and entrepreneurs. So like now I just took on this new client, Leon Ford, and like that relationship has just been like super incredible. And he's about to come out with a new book called Unspeakable Hope.
So you're helping him expand his brand.
Yeah,
and I could tell because it just went to another level.
Leon's.
I'm just saying, like, I've seen it go up.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going up even more to another level.
I think it'd be disrespectful to take credit for Leon Ford's success in his story. If anyone knows his story, it's an incredible story. I'm just helping him any way I can, but, you know, just the experience has been incredible. And he's coming out with a book called Unspeakable Hope in May. So just helping him with that.
Shout out to Leon.
Yeah, shout out to Leon Ford. And I encourage you, I'll try and get you guys some books. I finished the book in 2 days. The book
we read heavy over here. I read heavy.
I'll get you guys
yeah, give me
books.
Look, trust me, send me some shit, because I read, bro.
No,
I just got done reading, like, I was reading the 4 Agreements. Like, I just, like, reread it, like, twice. But I just wanted to really get the understanding. So I like to read.
I heard that was a really good book. I didn't read it yet.
It's a real good book.
I just read The Richest Man in Babylon.
I didn't read that too. I already read that.
It's crazy. Dope. So it's crazy.
when they start saying men put their money in their purse, I'm like, what the? But I'm like, everybody was wearing purses back then. Because they got their little bags.
The one thing that stuck out to me was like saving 10% of your income every time.
Every time.
Oh, okay, my boy. Yeah. I'll fuck with you.
Yeah, you know, you gotta read. You gotta educate. Because Warren Buffett reads. I forgot how many books he read a year, but it was like massive books. And whenever I heard that, I can't remember the number, but it was a lot of books.
You said like over 90.
Yeah, and it was like, and it hit me, and I said, "Oh, I need to be reading."
So if you enjoy this, Leon's book, I wasn't there when he got shot. I didn't know him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I've been there with him for the last 6 months working with him. So I was able to experience how, you know, through his lens, what that was like. Leon's book is more than just a memoir about what went on. It's like the 4 Agreements. It's a masterclass on building relationships and shifting energy and how to leverage the relationships for a successful outcome and what to say and how to change your thinking.
You know what I like about that? Because I'm into another book I'm going to tell you. I don't know if you read it. It's called, his name is Sadhguru. I done told them it's called The Inner Engineering. So I meditate for 15 minutes a day in the morning.
That's fire. I need to get into it.
So like
meditation and therapy, I'm trying to like find the time.
Meditation helps you like get into a blank space. But the way this guy explains real yogi from over there, it's not the same from here.
Yeah.
It's totally like it's a whole dynamic of the mind. So they're really getting into you're suffering from your memory and you're dipping your intellect into the memory. You got to take the intellect.
You got to send me that book.
Book is dope.
Like, send me that book, because I've been trying to like knock out like 2 books a week at least, right? So, and like every single thing that's been recommended, I'm just reading it. Because I feel like all of us are like that. Like, we're in a crazy growth period, so I need to download all the information. Right now, right now,
About to say,
right now.
You listen to like mental health podcasts?
I haven't listened. Here's the thing: I'm about to get married. You know, my fiance. Shout out to my sweetheart. So one of the things that I've been focusing on is like, one, we need to get therapy before we get married. We're getting married in September. And then the second thing
Congrats
is,
on that too.
thank you, I appreciate that. She's the anchor to my energy, and I'm a crazy motherfucker, just because of my life. But like, she's been like been able to like center that energy, and because she's been able to center, I've been able to like fire off in one direction, versus like
being all over the place.
Being all over the place, and you know, like in this lifestyle, you could like be all over the place, and then now you're not putting your energy into what matters. And then also therapy for myself, because I've also been through like a lot of loss and then like just like a lot of shit, and then maintaining my identity in like this world that like primarily is fake. Right. So yeah, I haven't listened to any mental health podcasts, and the issue is that I'm trying to find the time to learn. So the time that I do have to learn, I'm just trying to download books. But if it's a podcast, send it to me, because while I'm driving to like different destinations, I can just listen.
It's well worth it. I just listened to one. I'll send it to you. I can actually look it up real quick. But
Please.
He had Kevin Hart on there. He had a decent amount of people. But what tripped me up, he had Drew Barrymore on there, and I was like,
And when it was a good podcast?
Yeah, definitely. I'm about to give it to you now.
I think it's so important for us, and I fuck with y'all niggas. I ain't gonna lie,
intellectual.
Yeah, I fuck with y'all.
Yeah. We think, bro.
It's the first one on purpose with Jay Shetty.
Oh, I know this boy.
Yeah, bro.
I know, he be all over TikTok. That boy got thousands.
He was in the Bad Boys.
This is his podcast.
Yep.
I fuck with this boy.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I haven't listened to his podcast, but every single clip that comes across, like I listen to what he's saying.
It's well worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me. I had put it like this.
he be
listening to Dre.
He's dope.
He on
Dre
it.
was telling me in the morning he basically listen to podcasts. He really don't listen to music
Yeah.
no more. So I tried that out. And I actually ran for a longer time on the treadmill.
Because you be tuned in.
I went from
that's
15
true.
minutes to 30 minutes. Like I do, like I just came from there today. So I'll do 5 walk, then I'll run for 30, then I'll walk 5 more, and then I'll get off.
It's
Do a
like-
couple more things, you know what I mean? But it's like just you listening to it, you kind of space out, so you stop really caring about
what's going on around you.
Yeah,
You be
like
so
you stop
tuned
caring
in.
about if your body hurt. And then certain things you start realizing
That's
that
true.
it's only hurting because of the intensity of certain music. You know what I mean? So you actually start overworking yourself when you really don't got to. You can be at like a smooth, steady pace. It gets you to focus more.
Swear, I listen.
It closes you in. It's like getting in a tunnel for real. So it just
Yeah.
He's
He's not lying, because I was in the gym this morning and I was listening to podcasts and I was going so hard. I forgot I was going hard on what I was doing. I was like,
true.
oh, I'm sick, because I was so tuned in what they was saying about
Yeah.
it was business relationships, but that's what they were talking about. But I was just listening. And I was so tapped in, I didn't notice how many reps I was really actually. I said, "Oh, this is my count." I'm
Why is this the first time we've all met?
I know,
because today was the time.
It was the right time.
You
That's
got to see
crazy.
it like that. Like think about it. Pittsburgh's very small, bro.
Yeah, it's super small.
But all at the same time, we could have came across each other and never knew it. Just like me, you was just talking about the college tour, and it's just like,
1 year apart.
bro, the whole image. As soon as I start talking about it, I know you start seeing everything. You know what I mean? Like it's inevitable.
I want to, and I don't know how long you guys have, but I want to make sure that I know you Mr. Independent over here. I can hear you. Let's talk about Mr. Independence. Let's have a real conversation, my nigga.
Yeah.
What's up? Tell me your thoughts, because I am pro label, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, to me, like, with me listening to you, it's just like you're navigating the industry, but it sounds like you about to go into your Tyler Perry mode.
Nah, for sure.
Because that's, like, you have a vision, and you're articulate, and I'm articulate myself. That's why we don't deal with much when we start seeing the street shit. We know what's up with the street shit, but we really trying to go here.
Yep.
So it's like,
Really past the street shit.
the marketing, when you was even talking about marketing, I was listening to you online about it. Or you was in a, you know what I mean, you had like a classroom full of people and you was just talking about industries. But I feel like you're a great mentor for me just to watch and see how you navigate that and have a full understanding. I'm not trying to get in the industry part, but my part is I listen to Neo Matt Davis and I'm into the digital product part. So I'm building digital courses on how to teach people how to run ads.
That's fine.
So I want to get into the part where that's digital real estate. So I can really lock in. But as far as like watching you on the industry side, I'm loving what you're doing right now, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it. I take it not personal, but you know, there's a little bit more vigor in my voice when I hear people talk about independence, right? And they don't. And I think we have to be very, very careful about preaching independence without knowing what independence means, right? And like people like platforms like United Masters, like I can't stand them, or like Russ, we're one of their biggest ambassadors. Like, bro, like come on, bro, like stop saying what you're saying, bro. Like it's not beneficial, bro.
It's not.
Like you're not saying how you like on all and everything Russ says. He's not talking about how he was signed to Capitol Records. Like talk about that.
He was signed to Capitol.
Yes, he was signed to Capitol. So like, yes, you might be independent now, but you had a foundation at a record label. Your father was also in the industry. You have paper, right? And then if you examine every single artist that said they were independent at one time, like a Nipsey Hussle was signed before he went independent. So I'm not against like working towards a situation where you have a larger percentage or you own your masters or you're independent. That's how you're supposed to. You're supposed to leverage your brand, leverage your talent, leverage your work to build it up to a certain level and break free.
So
Now, is that
basically
part
use
of
it as a
the-
9 to 5.
Huh?
Use it like a 9 to 5.
Not even a 9 to 5, but it's like any other partnership. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg earns 10% of his company. I mean,
Right.
like he's not saying I need 100% of Facebook. Like, shut the fuck up. Like it's only us because it's the slavery mentality. People owned us, so now it's like we need 100% of this. Not knowing like you need.
We never
partners.
felt what it felt like.
We need partners.
Yeah.
Key.
Like like the owner of Spotify or the owner of Google's not saying, "Oh, I need 100%." No, they got 5% and they're billionaires.
And then so you're right about that because what you're saying is like, okay, if your company's $1 billion and you get 10%, bro, you still up.
Still up.
You know what I mean? Like, hold on, you still up, bro. Like, to the person that don't know nothing about money, they don't understand that part. They like, oh yeah, that ain't enough. It is enough, bro. You getting some money off of that, and it's guaranteed for you. If you got a piece of that.
I think people need to learn more about what real business is and not focus on like these key words or these hot words like independence or like owning your masters when you don't even know what your masters is. And I think it's important for me to say this and educate people because so many other people are educating the other side and no one knows what it's like to dump $500,000 into an artist and nothing happens.
Ooh, talk about it because that's what they say. You can't be mad at the label. They putting millions of dollars into one person. If they lose out, they need a guarantee on the back end.
But there is no guarantee. And I say that because a kid from what school did you go to?
Me? Went to Career Connections Charter High School.
Okay, give me another school. What school do you went to?
Wilkinsburg.
Wilkinsburg. So a kid goes to Wilkinsburg and says, yo, I want to be an artist and I want to remain independent. Like, what's the strategy? Okay, you need $250,000 off rip.
Fast to rip.
So how's this kid going to get a quarter? Like, if he wants to remain independent, actually not remain independent, if he wants to make a dent in the national market, right, he needs $250,000. I've traveled to London and met the sister labels to Universal. The sister labels to Universal is called Polydor. So, okay, just to be in the United States, you need $250,000 at the very least to make a dent in the national market. All right, what I'm going to do about the international market? How much money I'm going to need for that? Another quarter. So where are these kids? First of all, that's just the money side. Where are these kids, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, going to have the money to fund a music career properly? Like, how are they going to be able to do it? They're going to sell drugs, they're going to get killed, or whatever the case is. And even if they do that, you're not going to get up to a quarter unless you're fucking whoever, Rick Ross or fucking El Chopper.
All right, so question for you. So knowing what you know now, what would you change if you could? now versus back then. The way the industry is now, to an extent. What would you change if you could change anything?
It wouldn't be more so about the industry. It'd be more so about understanding that success is not dictated on money or outside relationships, but success is dictated on internal relationships with your team. And like the true essence of success when it comes to managing artists is about psychology. And the true essence of marketing is about psychology.
That's a fact.
And just understanding that part, I think if I would have caught that a little earlier, I think I might be further. But I can't see my story playing out any way it has, because I don't know, bro. I just learned so much, and like even though I'm 35, like every day I feel like I got the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think and I try and mentor people who are investors or mentor people who are in music that think, money's the answer to everything. And I try and say, hey, fella, hey, big fella, like, you can't buy your way into this club. And if you try and buy your way into this club, you're in for a rude awakening. And you can't relationship your way into this club either. And, and you need the knowledge and the know-how to, do what you want to do. And then at the end of everything, you need the music. Right? So to answer your question, and I'm trying my best not to be long-winded, but
No, you're good, bro.
yeah.
No, you good. And do you usually just see an artist and say, hey, I want to invest into them? Or is it where you say, hey, or what's the ticket to pay somebody like you to help them, grow their brand and get out there?
So I no longer invest money. I invest time and knowledge. I think I built up enough social capital and knowledge and information to be able to move the needle with an artist without an investment of a single dime. I also practice leveraging my knowledge for resources to help artists grow.
So the barter system, would you say?
Nah, not the barter system per se, but like if there is an artist that I believe needs a financial upkick, I have resources to reach out to that trust in my belief system, judgment that they will put their efforts on the line, their financial investments on the line. But to get an artist to a certain level, I think it takes knowledge, and I think it just takes information. So I think my process is I just focus. I think I've been blessed by whoever that you worship with an incredible ear and an incredible eye. So the moment I hear or see something that excites me, I investigate it, and it usually takes me 30 seconds to 90 seconds to make a decision. Right? And the moment I make the decision, I'm like, yo, I need to find out what's going on with this particular situation. And then after that, I choose how I'm going to approach it.
So you feel like that 5 to 10 seconds before everything is like the most important?
The biggest things that ever happened in my life, I was able to make a decision between 5 and 15 seconds. Like just trusting it. Like Fed, 5 seconds.
No way.
Yo,
He said, yo, he's hot. I got it.
who is this
Hey,
kid?
nigga, you so pussycat. Pussy out.
Deej.
Money
Like
counter beef
Deej,
sound.
I heard her first song she ever made with Ron Carr. Shout out to my boy Ron Carr. I knew it.
Why does
She
he
was
fit
special.
Taylor Gang so perfectly, though? It's just like, no, that,
It's crazy you say that.
No, I'm serious, because it's like certain artists is you be like, I don't know if he worked with them, but when you put him with him, I was
Who
like,
is those artists?
I'm saying like, all right, what's
Talking about with people in different groups.
people, just people in different groups.
someone specific.
Yeah, like, I mean, not specific.
My
Yeah,
bad, we're not trying
not
to
someone
say-
specific. I'm just trying to think of an artist like somebody that just didn't, it was like, all right, matter of fact, prime example, somebody that, I felt like they fit, but they don't fit. Black youngster with CMG.
I got you.
I feel like that, it's like it fit, but it don't fit.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like certain, but I feel like when he went with the Taylor Gang, was like, oh, that fits the whole style and the aura of what they got going on over there.
I think it's a real relationship, and I think Fed offers something to Taylor Gang that Taylor Gang, might have didn't have, which was like young energy, and like they complement that. And I think it just made the most sense. And they're supporting the hell out of him, and like I think, once again, they went on tour last year, which was incredible. You know what I'm saying? So I just think this year we're going to see the fruits of that labor.
Yeah, he turned up on that
So
tour.
you saying Juicy J's old energy? No, I'm just fucking.
Nah, I fuck with.
I'm just fucking around, man.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like Taylor Gang, bro. They, I'm one of them people. I don't believe in gimmicks or just doing the most because I'm around like a certain situation. Cause I've been around situations, so I was never like the motherfucker that like the moment that I was working with Fed, he got signed to Wiz, and then I was like, oh, I'm Taylor Gang. Like I never asked for. I never asked for a Taylor Gang chain. Like, for that shit. I'd be in the room and they'd be like, oh, hello, Taylor Gang, and I'd be like, they're Taylor Gang. I'm Charles Webb.
My nigga, I fuck with that because you be that just says a lot about your character. You being authentic to you.
I say that to say like that team has embraced me like family. You know what I'm saying? And I work really, really well with Will and like. You know what I'm saying? And like our approach and that entire team, Danielle, Michelle, and that entire team with the approach with Fed, I think Fed fits nicely into that situation. And I think he offers something, that young, raw street energy that they were looking for. And I think it's going to pay off. But like, yeah, when I see something, I believe in it. And if people want like my advice, like I always pick up the phone and like answer their calls or like their text messages. And if they want to bring me on in like a more permanent role, like I have a company called Charles Webb, so like you can like engage with the company.
Okay, so all right, another question real quick before we we get up out of here in a minute. As far as like, who would you love to work with like in the industry? Top three people that you like, they're real creative. You like, I would love to really work with them.
Or that understands the process of the industry, what it takes to be
I'm talking
successful.
about artists.
Artists, yeah.
Damn, that's really tough. Like, damn, that we all know.
Or
What about Kanye?
Or up and coming.
I think it's.
Kanye.
Yeah, he's a crazy motherfucker, but he a creative.
I think Kanye has changed
So much.
everything for us. I think Kanye West has changed everything for our culture and
That's
the way
deep
we even
that you're saying that
and
because
the
that's
way
how
that
he
we
feel.
even in the way we even think about like situations. I just think
He challenged the narrative.
nah, not just he changed the narrative. I just think that his approach and like some of the things he said was unnecessary. I think was super unnecessary.
Super unnecessary.
Yeah,
So
but
you think he changed it in a kind of
a negative way?
I think African Americans are questioning everything now. Like, I think we're never going to just condemn a person just because the multimedia billion-dollar conglomerate tells us to cancel them.
Yeah.
I think there were naysayers when Kanye West was doing whatever he was doing and saying whatever he was saying. But, I think his approach and what he said was, what I'm saying, he had to, like, figure that shit out.
Well, would you work with him?
With Kanye? Right now? That's a tough question.
He said, "That's a question. I ain't working with that." He said, "I don't know."
Nah, you know what? I don't think
Would you look at that as a challenge? Though?
Nah, I don't think I would work with Kanye. I think we're building new Kanyes every day.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe that for sure.
We work with Tierra Whack. I don't know if you ever heard of Tierra Whack, but like Tierra Whack is like one of the most innovative, most creative people I ever met in my entire life. You know what I'm saying? And she could rap, she could sing. She about to come out with a project here, and she like the female version of Ye, without like the controversy. You know what I'm saying? I think Deej is another person that I've worked with that's like culturally and artistically and like aesthetically like it's changing. Like the people I work with, like and I'm blessed. They have impact, or I believe they could have impact, at scale.
Who do you listen to as far as music wise? Do you
listen
search
to-
for music? Or you just like skim through?
I listen to like classical piano now, bro. Like,
So you're listening to instruments.
yeah, like I listen.
Okay,
to,
you're like an instrument guy that like really, because I know when I listen to music, he used to rap and I used to rap. I came up with Iceman when we used to rap. We came up with a group called Third Infantry. I actually stole the beat machine for Iceman and started making beats. So it's like just working with them. And every time I used to listen to music, I literally I'm listening to what they're saying, but I'm really like listening to the instruments.
I'm never listening to what they're saying.
I'm listening to like violins, like tones, certain things that I'm liking, like about the sound.
At the beginning, I'm never listening to what they're saying. I'm listening to the entire composition and understanding how it makes me feel. So like I'm listening to like classical pianists, and then like super like heavy like R&B, underground R&B. And you gotta think like music's my life. So like if I'm spending a lot of time like in my work listening to rap music, right? The way I relax, it's like decompress, it's like just enjoying like the soundscape of a piano, right? Like, or like I listen to like a lot of soundtracks, like Hans Zimmerman, and my favorite song from Hans is called Time, which is the soundtrack from Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. And there's a beautiful like piano that like at the end just goes like ding. And it's
Smooth, no, for real.
it's just, and as I start shifting some of my, not all of my energy, but some of my energy into like movies and productions, visualizing some of my things in my head as I listen to these soundtracks, because my job is listening to like rap and like upbeat like R&B.
So you want to understand the music concepts when
So,
it comes
like,
down to like a scene.
I just find myself like just diving into different types of music. And
See, I
that's
watch
what I listened to the other day, like all day was like piano, like pulling up. So,
No, that's dope because I watch a lot. I'm a movie guy, so I done watched a lot of movies and I watched a lot of series. My girl be like, "You watch a lot of movies." So
me too.
So when I be counting the scenes, like I'll be like 1, 2, 3, scene, cut. She be like, "Why you be doing that?" I'm like, "Yo, I be watching because I'm paying attention to what they're doing." So I'm like, "You gotta watch it, babe." I'm like, "Watch it." She be like, "Damn, you really like." I'm like, if I was to make a movie, I'm not a director, but I feel like if I made a movie, I'll be very good.
But you could be.
Because I'm really like pay attention to
Listen,
that.
bro, 6 months ago, someone told me I wasn't a director. Now we've done the biggest video this year in Pittsburgh with Fed and Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, I see that.
Listen,
That 3P.
Yeah, off that 3P.
So-
Listen, bro, I think you need to dig into that.
Yeah, no, for real, because I wrote a script too.
Yes, I think you need to dig into that, and like right now.
So no, this is no, he's right though, because I really think about this. Like this is something crazy. If you watch movies, I'm gonna tell you why the movies back in the day was the dopest. They had less music. If you watch The Godfather, I know people are like, that's the longest. I watched the whole thing, so it's less music and more of the emotional like silentness. So you like they'll be talking and they'll be like, "So Fredo, how did you feel?" There's no music going on.
You hear his voice? I felt that. I think you're right. I
No,
never
for
thought
real.
about that.
Listen.
Yeah, a lot of it.
So if you watch it,
minus music,
it's listen, the
Yeah.
music, if you watch any of the old school music, it's less music.
Can you say that again for me?
So he was like, no, real, he was like, Fredo. And it was like so smooth, bro. No, but it was a transition and it was so calm. And you be like, and the silentness give you that realistic feeling of how it would be if me and you was in the room
There's
arguing.
a term for that.
You be like, damn.
Bruh.
And then nobody's not talking, but you can feel the energy. But now in movies today, they put so much music in it, you don't get to feel that moment of when somebody's talking like,
You
well,
gotta
I
pick
don't
and
like
choose.
you.
You gotta pick and choose.
And this silent moment, you be like, damn, he really don't like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but if the music's in there, you like,
I ain't gonna
it's
stop.
like, it throws
you know
it
who do good with that though? Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
beast
does.
with it.
Quentin
I ain't
Tarantino's
gonna
incredible.
Come to Kill Bill,
Yeah.
Sin City, bro.
less music,
Sin City,
more to
bro.
talk.
Who said Sin City?
Me.
Yeah, it's a different
Can't
one.
bang with Sin City.
Nah, I fuck with Sin
I'm
City.
about to say.
That's a cult classic.
I'm about to hit you with the Gladys.
No,
in my
Sin
mix.
City crazy. Sin City crazy.
No, but that's
pulling out that
definitely
shit, boy.
artistry, bro. That's definitely art. That's that.
It's crazy you noticed that.
Because I watch a lot of movies. Like favorite movies. I love movies, and when I watch
I mean, I
them,
think you have enough equipment to do what the fuck you want to do, so I think
Yeah.
you should just do it.
yeah, you're right. That's crazy. Because I was like, I just need a team of people that I don't get
No,
together.
you don't. No, you don't. One day I was just sitting at the bar and someone said something I didn't like, and I said I was starting a production company. No, you don't need anyone. Just do it.
Sound
if
like
you-
Dame Dash when he told your boy. He said, "Bro, all you need is to shoot the scene right here. That's your dream. Live your dream." You see that? When he's talking to all the smoke.
Nah, but like,
Yeah, that was dope.
I'm just
You're
serious.
saying the same thing,
Like,
though.
just do that shit. It, like, I'm a firm believer, and like people don't agree with it, but like I feel like if you build it, they will come.
No, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
So-
that's what happened with the podcast.
and like that, see?
Swear.
There you go.
That's exactly what's happened with the
There you go.
podcast.
What you don't know is, bro, I came on as an interviewer.
Oh, for real? That's crazy. That's fire.
I was the first person to interview, and he's
said,
like,
bro, come on.
He's like, bro, you might as well just stay. And I'm like, I might as well just
Come on,
stay.
get this shit on.
That's fire.
The other person was too drunk. I was like, you gotta go.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, no, but he was like extra wild, trying to steal some liquor.
Put it
But
like this. He's basically what just happened to.
he was like, you gotta go, bro.
Basically what just happened to.
I was in shock. I was like, this nigga's tripping, bro.
Yeah, I mean, just certain people just gotta go. Like, you just can't be doing that type of shit. But last question, bro, before we get out here. Last question. Anyone that's an upcoming artist right now and they're doing what they're doing, like they're trying to make it, what's the best advice that you can give them? You know, there's a lot of rap artists in Pittsburgh. They say, hey, man, I'm trying to make it, bro. Or matter of fact, they ain't even just saying they trying to make it. They actually saying, hey, I'm putting out music. I'm putting out content. What's the best route and the best information that you can give them that can give them some type of, you know what I'm saying, boost or get where they need to go?
I would say like be authentic and don't do anything that's gimmicky or that's purposely trying to draw attention to you. I think that shit's weird. Focus on the creative. Create the most beautiful, you know, music or art that you can possibly. And then dedicate your life to social media. And then if you do those things, I guarantee you your life will change.
That's what's up.